have the underdog, the young kid, the super talented 15 Sway. And in the top right, an absolute legend of this game, the workhorse of the WarCraft scene, has been part of it and practicing non-stop for so many years now. Considered also one of the best players at the moment in the world from South Korea, is FoCuS.
A player's forces are under attack.
We're starting things
Imagine
off with a blade.
If 15 Sway wins this tournament, by the way, and starts a new fashion trend, everybody's getting the same haircut as him. Would you get it?
I was about to ask you, would you get it?
If you get it, I'll get it. If he wins, how about this?
Well, you know what? Like, I guess I may as well go all in. Go for the mohawk first, and then go for the 15 Sway cut after. Why not?
Actually, like, your hair needs to be quite long for both of them.
Yeah, maybe I need to get extensions first, and then get the haircut or something.
Let's go, champ. Now you're talking.
There must be a way.
Why did 15 Sway veto Last Refuge? Is it because I've been seeing a lot of talents on this map, but his main style is Keeper Alchemist with Hunts and Archers. Do you think that's why? And also, what the hell is this Horaz? This is sick. I've never seen this being contested before.
Yeah, speaking of Last Refuge, I think in a standard game, Keeper Hunts Expo, it's a really hard early for the Night Elf. And as you correctly said, 15 Sway doesn't really play this talent style. We've also seen a bit of Bears and Dryads, also not really his style. 15 Sway plays pretty much standard in this matchup. We'll try to go for Keeper Hunts expansion. And for that specifically, Last Refuge is pretty problematic, where oftentimes even level 2 can be hard to attain. Blade Master on this map, not too surprising. FoCuS has been playing a lot of Farseer recently, right? We've been seeing a lot more against Night Elf on certain maps. But Echo Isles is so good for the Blade Master to easily snipe some claws early on. You almost always get the consumable in the middle, of which there's only one. He got it, which is a big healing, which is very good. And there's also only one shop. So if you get the Telly Staff, which you may be able to get because you have the stronger hero in the very early stages, then the Keeper suddenly doesn't have that much to do. Yeah, he's level 2, but he only has a ring, doesn't have a Telly Staff, and FoCuS' early game looking good so far.
He's actually gonna start a creep here, 15 Sway. Nope. Just sending up the Archer to Shadow Meld at the expansion as to not let the Blade Master start this, and because he has Dust, he could be able to contest as well, but yeah, since the Blade has the staff, shop control extremely important. You talk about it on this map, the healing scrolls and stuff, and for a veteran like FoCuS who's been playing this game for over a decade, usually they're gonna be very clean with showing up when it's daytime, get that first healing scroll, pick up the invuln, and kind of take that away from the opponents very well.
A player's forces are under attack.
Headmaster gonna get the next item right here. Is he gonna use the speed scroll to get it? Yes, he is. Gets level 2 ring for him. Not bad. Blade Master will be able to make use of this bonus armor. But 15 Sway is getting quite a lot done. Normally on Echo Isles, it's very hard for the Keeper to get level 3 because the Blade Master can follow you around pretty easily. It's very predictable where you're going to be creeping as the Keeper on this map because there's only very few camps you actually can take. So getting level 3 is not usually supposed to happen, but seems like he will be able to get it here with one tactical Archer sacrifice that we saw a moment ago. And starting to look a bit better now for 15 Sway, I'd say.
Yeah, the thing is, I think FoCuS might have factored that in. The Keeper had to go across the map to get level 3, so that means he had to use Trance to creep, and now it doesn't have that much mana, so while he does have Keeper 3, there's not going to be so much use in the immediate future with it before he can replenish that mana. But yeah, because he has the stuff, then that's kind of prevented very well.
Shadowhunter is coming, and of course FoCuS now knows that he has to play it slow until he has the Shaman out to get the Purge ready. Could also try to go for a Shadow Priest at the Merc camp, but those always are pretty frail and easily fall. Keeper got his own Telly Staff now. Wants to make it back to the Moonwells, perhaps? And then be aggressive again. While now we see the expansion. 30 supply, average timing. And here we go. FoCuS gonna creep the Merc camp, but Shadow Melded Huntress. 15 Sway sees this one coming.
Yeah, with Ultra Vision as well, so he sees a lot around this. There wasn't a level 3 spell taken yet for 15th Spray, but upon seeing that this was started, he immediately went for Entangle level 2 here. Now with the Creepjack, Alchemist about to come in with Acid Bomb first. So he wants to get rid of some of these grunts here. Mercenary is gonna get caught. This could be terrible for FoCuS if he ends up losing a lot. But he's building quite the snake pit back there.
Oh, he didn't use any of the abolishes. Could have used it perhaps on the Treants. But here we go. First grunt falls. Shadow Priest already dead. Next grunt is gonna die. This could be all 3 grunts going down potentially. But the Serpent Wards trying to find some return kills. Heatwave comes in. Shadowhunter got level 2. Shaman is there as well. Alright, that grunt is saved. But still, 3 units dying is painful here for FoCuS. Question is, was it worth it?
Yeah, I think it was, personally. Like, he could have maybe saved that one hunt. That was a little bit unfortunate that he didn't move that a little better. 15th Spray is still looking for blood here. The second Shaman is coming in with the Purge in a second, but the Berserker might die before his Speed Scrolls. But he's ensnared! The Creeps ensnared everything that FoCuS has. 15th Spray with great momentum now.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate. The Murloc Huntsman throwing the Ensnares, that's the next kill, and that's 4 units going down. And that's what happens when the Keeper gets level 3 quickly. Even if you are close by with some Dispels, it still can be a little bit too much damage that you're taking. And 15th Spray isn't satisfied yet. He's looking for more. He knows how much he killed already. He's looking for more kills. One more Shaman should be his prize as well.
This Alchemist ran straight from the tavern to the right-hand side of the map. He's crept no actual camp, and he's already level 2.3. Like, this is insane. 15th Spray has just been killing so much. And behind this, he started Moonglaves, he started his 1-1, he's moving the tree to the Expo. He went for a very fast Nature's Blessing as well, which I'm sure Neo's watching, and he's just tapping himself on the back. He's like, yes, that's right, I always knew.
It's time for the first mirror image of the day. No. Crit first, here on level 3.
They don't
Big
know the
heal
power
potion
yet,
2
Primo,
minutes.
it's just Lin.
Yeah, I don't know. When we meet them in Stockholm, we're gonna have to do like some seminar. You know, we're gonna have to sit them down for 4 hours on the Thursday before the game start and hammer it into their heads. Mirror image, mirror image. You need mirror image. I think they're gonna appreciate that.
I think if Lin uses it successfully quite a few times, they're all gonna pick up on it. But now it's kind of weird because he did it this one time, and I'm still seeing everybody going for like crit and stuff. They're very reluctant to go for that, but it seems so obvious, right? Because I see so many Orc against Elf games where in the fight we can pay attention to the blade. He's gonna get entangled, he's gonna get acid bombed, and then it's like you can't break out of that.
And that's another great thing about mirror image. It dispels acid bomb as almost one of the only things in the game. I'm not sure that I'm aware of another one.
Are under attack.
We have FoCuS continuing to creep. Shadowhunter about to get level 3. Would love to be able to defend its expansion. He's trying to get up the counter with Great Hall, but there's a big timing window still to get a cancel against that.
Divine Shield dispels acid bomb.
That's true. Divine Shield dispels everything, I guess.
I think Chemical Rage as well.
Well, it doesn't dispel silence, I'll tell you that. Right. How much does he want to save here? I wonder. Does he want to save at all? Does he want to break immediately? Probably break sooner rather than later. He's on 49 right now. It doesn't have too much off the bank.
A problem for him is also the mana not looking tremendous. Alchemist out of mana basically already. The Moon Juice is not looking too great. And right now the level 3 Shadowhunter timing is very strong. He's got the level 2 Serpent Wards you can set up either at the enemy's expansion or in the main. Entangle Acid Bomb on the blade. Oh! FoCuS walks into the creeps. That's pretty unfortunate. Slight mistake by him. One grunt might be falling for this, but of course this attack is designed to buy time for the expansion across the map. Oh, detonates coming in from the wisps. Oh, these are huge! So much mana drain from the wisps. Wonderful usage by 15th Spray. And with that, FoCuS already has to retreat.
Entangle could rake FoCuS here really hard if 15th Spray had been able to chase a bit better, but quick reflex with the wisps, and those Murlocs absolutely hate FoCuS. I don't know what's going on with this. This could have been a really good timing because Alchemist was out of mana as well. But instead, now FoCuS lost more units, had to use more salves. I guess he's probably seeing this as he's buying time for his expansion to kind of kick in a little better. He might save a bunch of gold himself. He's going for the armor upgrade finally. And that's where you had the bestiary and had that one Kodo as well.
Yeah, FoCuS needs a bit more time. If he gets to 50, 60 supply, this Orc army will become quite strong. You mentioned the armor upgrades already. Very important also. On the other side, we have 2-1 upgrades, so 15 Sway definitely seemingly favored should it come to a fight. Use the telestaff on the way back to get right to the shop with the Shadow for Clarities. Love that. And on the way home, we can check out what's in the shop. Can go for another heal scroll. Oh, doesn't go for it though. He had the gold. I feel like he really should. Also to take it away from the Night Elf.
Yeah, 15 Stray is gearing up to do a very strong timing here. 60 supply. He's bringing multiple wisps from the main base. I see 3 of them kind of setting up in the center. He will be happy to pick up the healing scroll. A protection scroll would be amazing as well, because there's no spirit walkers to disenchant everything. But yeah, double heal scroll timing here with 4-3 heroes against 3-3. And not so much shaman mana either.
Yeah, this shop should have perhaps been sooner, because the shop now is cancelled. Once the Shadow Hunter runs out of mana, that could be lights out for map number 1, honestly. Strong attack by 15 Sway. As you said, the Serpent Ward is getting dealt with pretty easily, it seems. Wisp connect into the back line. And a lot of Shaman are out of mana. Blade Master running into the front. He's got the Invul Potion. May have to use it soon. Heal Scroll committed by 15 Sway. He's got another one, though.
Prepare your hairdresser's appointments, Remo, because 15 Stray is on the warpath here with this timing. The hunt's starting to go low, but Alchemist some big killing wave potential here. Healing spray. Let's see. He's kind of waiting right now to see where the engagement actually takes place. Maybe he wants to make sure he's actually fighting before he uses it. There it is. Those hunts replenishing so many hit points. Shadow trying to get out. Keeper might say, stay right here. Nope. Those let him get out for now. That's because the only shop is at the top here. Right now for FoCuS, who's trying to buy a bit of time, but by getting on top of the expansion, 15 Stray won't allow that.
So much damage. 2-2 upgraded Hunts and Archers. We've seen it many times. And if you hit the timings right, it's very scary. As also Fortitude was able to show in the group stages. Front line here for FoCuS doesn't seem that scary. Only a handful of grunts. Many of them hurt already. Don't have the second armor upgrade yet. One Kodo Beast joins the gang. But that one could also be getting sniped easily. And 15 Sway just doesn't seem to be losing any units.
Yeah, he's pulling back all the injured hunts, grouping them up, using healing spray. Kodo gets got. That guy didn't last very long into the game. And 15 Stray wins map number 1 here against FoCuS, who we all thought was going to be a favorite.
Yeah, our 19-year-old talent delivered big time. Comes in very much prepared. Knew exactly what FoCus's creep route was on this map and punished it quite hard with the Keeper immediately at the marketplace. And it felt like nothing really went right for FoCuS this game. First the marketplace, then the mercenary camp, then the Murloc camp on the left-hand side. Like, there were a lot of issues in FoCus's game today.
Yeah, I think it was a bit too careless, especially the creep patterns that they went for. Going for the marketplace, I think, is totally fine. It was slowed down, the timing at which he got it, but he still got the item. It was a good one. It was the big healing. But then, during the first nighttime, as I said, normally, especially on Echo, it's really easy to follow the Keeper around because there's only a couple of camps you can really creep. And that's in the south, the gold mines. Either his own gold mine or the opponent's gold mine. And FoCuS was allowing the Keeper to freely creep up just so that he gets one more item from the Magi on the opponent's side. I think that was the crucial mistake. I think you had to keep following around the Keeper, maybe send out a peon scout, check out the other camps, and don't let him creep. If your Blade Master stays level 1, that is much preferable than if he gets level 2, but the Keeper on the other side is level 3.
Looked pretty impressive to me so far. It's definitely up to FoCuS to switch it around now, to play maybe a little bit more careful as well. This was one of his maps. We move on to Tide Hunters now, and this is where I saw the Farseer strategy by FoCuS the most, and I finally want you to see it with me and see the true potential of Farseer Shadowhunter Raiders against Mass Hunts, because that looks absolutely unbeatable.
I've also seen Farseer play, especially by Lin. For some reason, I kind of
Yeah.
missed many of the FoCuS games.
Lin.
But yeah, especially on this map right here, Farseer has been played quite a bit. Farseer can be really good to apply pressure early. And once again, I think a lot is going to come down to creep route. Who's going to get the better level up timings? Who's going to be able to slow down the opponent more? That should be FoCuS's job. I feel like Farseer, I've been seeing it lately also be more creep heavy in the early game, which I don't like so much. I think the best way to play it is level 1 aggressive. But yeah, is he going to do that? Is he going to do something else? Let's check it out.
Creep routes are irrelevant, Remo. It's all about those items. Who gets the damage? Who gets the ring? Will decide everything.
Everything, of course. Maybe you need a good creep route though to get all these amazing items. We got 15 Sway, the underdog here, the younger player, the lower player, the ELO ranking, in the lead. 1-0 for him. Very, very good performance, very clean, very prepared. Nothing really to criticize. It is up to FoCuS to switch this around, otherwise 15 Sway starts with a 2-0 lead into the playoffs. Let's go Tidehunters.
The base build so far don't tell us too much yet. It's looking very standard. No early headhunters, but could still be headhunters for FoCuS. Normally, if you go Farseer, it seems like the standard build nowadays is 1 grunt into headhunters. Could still be a Blade Master, but as Neo correctly said, here on this map specifically, Farseer has been a very popular choice as of late. We'll find out in a moment. This is going to tell us a lot about this game. And here we go. Farseer gonna show himself on map number 2 and gonna present the opponent with the wolves that he's gonna have to deal with. Keeper, of course, on the other side, 15 Sway. Some Night Elves like Law Knight also have been starting to play Demon Hunter first again on Tidehunters, but yeah, 15 Sway, I think he's just gonna go and follow the most standard recipe. Keeper, Hunts, Expo, Alchemist, Archers. We've seen a lot of times. And yeah, FoCuS fell on the first map to it, so gonna try something else now.
I'm very impressed from that game 1 by 15 Sway, because, you know, especially when you have a player that's known as like a multi-race player, and obviously it's quite a statement for 15 Sway to say that, I guess, because he's been doing mostly Elf on the WT Champions ladder for a long time now. You might see some weaknesses here and there that's, you know, an actual player that plays only 1 race might not have, but last game he just looked so solid, like he knew what to do at every step of the way. Even when he got attacked and things might have gotten hectic, he pulled Wisp instantly and literally absolutely chased away FoCuS from his side of the map. So let's see, like so far everything's looking good. Creep route wise, he did the standard Sea Giant camp near his base. Now he's going to the expansion. We got Gloves of Haste. You're hoping for some extra damage here. And on the other side, the Mantle. Beautiful. No rings yet.
And this is what I was talking about. A lot of Farseer players have been starting to creep up a bit more recently, and that gives the Keeper a free level 2. With decent items as well. And on the other hand, if he had been super aggressive, the Keeper would have been forced to stay on level 1 for a bit longer. Trying to get some last hits here now, but he can't even bring the Grunt into the harass, right? Because if the Grunt arrives and Tangle's gonna find him, Grunt's gonna go down. So 15 Sway, I think with a decent footing in this game already. FoCuS trying to get level 2, but Chain Lightning, is that really gonna be so good?
Did you see the Farseer was bluffing, by the way? Like he knew that he was creeping the camp here with the wolves and Grunt, oh my god, the Farseer might have to TP. Yeah, so the Farseer was running back into the army almost as to push it back. As to say, okay, you can't go this way because I'm fighting you. And then 50 was like, you're fighting me. He just entangled him. And now he's about to force the temple.
And there's no way to save that one. He didn't quite get level 2 because he didn't get the second turtle either. Very good scouting by 15 Sway. Saw exactly where the Farseer was, that the fact that he was creeping with a Wisp. And so he could go for the fast level 2 to pick up the item. And I don't know, wouldn't it have been better for the Farseer to just right away be aggressive? Because then he wouldn't have had to deal with Entangle. I feel like that perhaps was a tactical misstep by FoCuS.
Yeah, there's definitely some pros about doing a bit of creeping, because now at least you're not like, you know, Farseer on 0 experience, just going around harassing. So he does have level 2 against level 2 now, technically, right? Like experience-wise, he's pretty much caught up. So now he can harass. All he has to do is get staff so that he can get out. The double skippers of agility is gonna go. I think, yeah, he sells both of it. He doesn't get staff. I mean, there is some real danger of entangles around here.
Perhaps he feels the wolves might be able to free him. Wolves have been just summoned a moment ago. Here's the entangle once again. Only level 1 though. He's also got the speed scroll in case he needs it. He's got one more salve. But as you can clearly see, the Farseer is not exactly the most durable of all heroes.
That's kind of another bluff almost, I want to say. He's fast as a poker player. He can't help himself. FoCuS is going 1-1-1 here. Bestiary and Totem on the way, so it's going to be Grunt, Headhunter, Raider, Walker. A hybrid. You know, in StarCraft, they call it, when you go for like Marines and tanks, as they call it biomech. What should we call this here?
I don't know. Raider Walker with Headhunters is kind of a combination of old school and new school, right? Finally, one archer goes down. Speed scroll popped to try to get the second archer. Look at that wolf. Might be able to get the kill. Farseer almost got surrounded here. That could have been scary. Although the rest of the army is close by. 2 archers taken out. And the Shadow Hunter right now, of course, for the Hex. Very strong. Hex has been skilled. And here we go. This is the creep jack that FoCuS was looking for.
Yeah, Hex is great. As soon as the Shadow comes out here, you can get quite a few kills thanks to it. He's going to get at least 2 archers. Can there be any denies? Counter and Tangle. That one Headhunter, it will go down. There is not quite the next one yet, but he's about to have it. Great blocks from the Keeper. If he gets both here, the Grunt and the Headhunter, that would be pretty amazing. But on the other side, another archer is going to fall. And we have double lore on the way this time. So relying on what I'm guessing is going to be Bear Dryad here. And I don't think it's been scouted at all, has it?
I don't think yet. The wolves were close, but I don't think they saw the main. And 15 sway. If this goes late, if we just keep on creeping, stay one base, the tier 3 bear tech is going to be really strong. Normally the way the orc wants to get ahead against that is be stronger in the early mid game, like a tier 2 army around 40 supply, and then leverage that strength into making an expansion and then play with a 2 base advantage. But having lost quite a few units now already, FoCuS isn't exactly looking so powerful at the moment.
The wolf saw everything here. He saw double lore, so FoCuS knows exactly. I wonder, like, against this, would you want to go Headhunters or Grunts? Because up until now, FoCuS was still hiding some Headhunters, so we'll see what he keeps on making out of that barracks, if anything.
Here we have the Great Hall now, but it takes a long time. 2.5 minutes until the orc can actually mine from this. While 15 sway still creeping up in the mid. Level 3 keeper would be huge. He needs one more last hit. Oh, Chain Lightning here would be crucial. Oh, and he gets it. And that's level 3.
Yeah, Shadow's already level 2. And now that they're Spirit Walkers, feeling confident enough to go on the offensive here is FoCuS. No training yet. That's almost midway through done here. And he's just contesting the camp. I don't think FoCuS plans on necessarily attacking anytime soon, but it seems like he really wants to try and find a fight. Maybe make sure that the lab is not being done. He sees the Ancient of War down there, and he realized that's an illusion. It's like, yeah, that can't be real.
We only have Dryads for now. No bears yet. More and more Dryads are queued. Now might be the time to go for a depth training. You do want to have those bears out quickly if you can, but first we have a staff. Also wants to go for an orb, probably. 15 sway, a little low on gold here, it seems.
It was really nice damaging the Ancient of War as well, because he pushed that back. And now it's not in position for any kind of creeping from 15 sway. So FoCuS very correctly started the expansion, and now is denying any creeping from his opponent, where if you're 15 sway, like, the most important thing in this game right now is to get Panda level 3. And that's just not being allowed at all by FoCuS.
The walkers later on against the bears will be pretty good with the magic damage, but right now against the army that he's facing, they don't really do that much. The Spirit Link should easily be getting dispelled. We have tons of mana on these Dryads. Abolish has been finished. Adept Training also just finished for the bears. 15 sway needs to get into Master Training. Doesn't take too long to upgrade. But yeah, the Bears do take a while to come online, and this is what this Orc strategy is trying to punish. Be stronger on tier 2, expand behind it, and then play with a 2-base advantage. So 15 Sway's time is sort of starting to run out.
Yeah, Panda even level 2 here would be quite a bit better for the combo. Shadowhunter steps out of position for just 1 second, and he's gonna get punished for it. He gets targeted. There is a healing scroll. Oh my god, he pops that on time to barely make it out for now. Summons walls. I don't know about doing that against this many Dryads here. Obviously, they're gonna get abolished pretty much instantly. Raiders have to be the lifesavers here against Dryads. Those 2 Headhunters putting in work as well.
Quite a few Dryads are going down. Of course, FoCuS theoretically can remake army easier. Drunken Haze running back, and the End Snares, once they find the Dryads, they almost always lead to kills. Panda healing up from the rejuve, coming back from the main. He's got a bit more mana to use. FoCuS with a lot of good kills here. Still has the TP. No, wait, excuse me. He doesn't actually use that earlier. But the strat for FoCuS seems to be coming together. The Dryads a little too frail here to be able to sustain this fight.
Getting Shadowhunter level 3 is really nice here, but he's completely out of mana now. He's still doing well in the fight, though. So FoCuS sticking around. I think maybe after that one Dryad, he should pull back. No. Sticking. He's like, alright, you don't have anything left. It's clarity time, I think, here for FoCuS, especially because he has Expo running, and he already has a great counter to a Panda that's now for sure gonna get level 3 very soon, in the Shadowhunter being level 3 himself with the mana pendant.
On the way back, he can get the next heal scroll. Very nice. Of course, FoCuS now had lots of gold to work with. Lumber is kind of the problem. He's only got 2 peons left on Lumber, so upgrade's not going to be so easy to come by. But this Shadowhunter, with the pendant, maybe with some mana potions, looking really strong. And FoCuS now in a very good position to equalize this series.
Some big item potential for both players as they're doing the labs on each side. What do we get for FoCuS? Robe of Magi. Wow, extra mana for the Shadowhunter. On the other side, we got Sobi Mask for the Panda. Alright, well. Mana for everybody. You get mana, everybody gets mana.
If he drops both of his mana items and drinks the potion, he's going to have so much value from this. It's going to be maybe close to 200 mana restored, man. Woo! Is that juicy, Todd, or what?
It is juicy, and we all love when it is juicy. Don't we?
I
should have done this before.
I love to see your juices flowing, Todd. I do.
Alright, this way. Getting engaged into. Yeah, I think he was the one that was gonna go for a timing, and FoCuS is like, actually, I'll just take the fight.
Who's coming in, trying to detonate 2, taking out level 4 already on this Farseer. Jesus. Breath of Fire here didn't seem to connect too well. Kodo Beast is involved. Entangle against it. Oh, there's no mana anymore on the break, on the walkers. This Entangle could be making a big difference now. Also, though, the Keeper not too much mana left.
That was a sick reflex. That guy almost had the cookie bear in his mouth. The Keeper was like, nope, you put that down. We don't want to spike your blood sugar.
There's the mana potion. 250 mana from this. Very nice. Panda's damage, though. Wait a minute. Let's FoCuS losing this fight right now.
He lost a lot, but he still has Expo running.
True. The bear trying to save himself to a Zeppelin. Whoa! Last second. 1 hit away from death. Kodo Beast got off the Devourer.
That's gonna free a bear.
Oh, goodness. And the Grunt is also half dead. The Dryad is slowing it down. 15 Sway might be making the comeback happen right now.
Why did FoCuS go and engage into him? He has Expo running this whole time. It seems like the more he would mask, the better for him. Like, he should have tried to take that fight as late as possible. Because the Kodo got there late. That was his first Kodo that got there, like, mid-fight.
Trying to get the next heal scroll, and he will claim it. Doesn't get the invuln. We're dead even in supply now.
Yeah, that's a lot of bears. Panda is full mana, and he still has that Sobi Mask. He's giving him so much mana in the fight.
Speaking of a lot of mana, Shadowhunter also with double mana potion right now. He's got good healing with the heal wave, but the DPS of this Orc army not looking so good anymore.
I think it's so important to start the fight with full mana. I feel like he should have done the item drop back at home, pop the mana potion. Farseer getting targeted. He's about to go down. Is there a healing wave? No, there isn't. He goes down as the fight takes place near the expansion here. And now that Panda breath of fire after breath of fire. He's gonna clean up Zeppelin in position for the medevac escapes.
New coders are coming in though. He's got one more Devour available. Breath of Fire is doing big damage. Oh, and Snare. What? He didn't Devour right there. Did you see that? The bear wasn't Snare, but he missed the Devour kind of. That was weird. Anyways, he got the Munch now. It's only the heroes left for 15 Sway basically. That's almost a level 5 Keeper. And the Farseer still dead for quite some time.
Yeah, 2 bears are inside of those Kodos right now, so that's 15 Sway's mission. You set those bears free right now. He goes for the Shadow Hunter next. There's still a mana potion. Does he have the luxury to be able to drop off the items? FoCuS forced to fight here. He can't let his Expo die if he pulls back, so still fighting this. Walker actually dies while the heal wave was connecting.
Yeah, FoCuS is a little too slow sometimes on these moves. The next Entangle could be the end for his Shadow Hunter as well. There's no way out of it anymore, and that's GG. 2-0 lead for 15 Sway in this series.
What just happened? How? Why? Titan just goes to 15 Sway. Big 2-0 lead. FoCuS really not on top of his game today. That's not the S-tier FoCuS that we expect to see. What do you guys think about these Spirit Walkers? Do they really do so well with the timing he went for? Like, he had them very early, and they did nothing against Dryads, have very limited Dispel. I didn't like that choice at all.
I think Spirit Walker is standard. It's just the timing that he went for didn't make sense because he just had Expo running against no Expo. And it was weird, almost as if FoCuS wasn't sure what he should do, so he just went for the fight because of that.
Yeah, I'm also fine with the Walkers. In the beginning against the Dryads, they didn't do anything, that's true. But honestly, he dealt with the masked Dryads really well. He had a couple of Raiders, Headhunters, and he was able to snipe them very nicely, and then had the Walkers later to transition to have damage against the Bears. I like that quite a bit. I think he underused items a lot. He had heal scrolls, yes, but he was missing speed scrolls. If you go into these big late game fights, you want to have some speed scrolls. I know they're more expensive nowadays than they used to be, but I think FoCuS could have executed that a lot better. And also, I think Todd's point is valid. Fighting there into the opponent when you have the Expo, when you should perhaps be playing on your side of the map defensively with maybe a shop next to your expansion, could have looked much better.
All right, then this is match points for 15 Sway. If he gets one more map, we take a look at the standings. He will have 250 points from Winter, added to his 60 points he already got, and then he got 310, surpassing Fly with one tournament, and of course the chance to still make it into the top 8. So 15 Sway looking really good. Should be a threat for everybody remaining in this tournament, but FoCuS is also a man who can turn the series around. We give these guys a little break, and then we have 3 match points in a row for the youngest player in the circuit. FoCuS against the wall. His old teammate 15 Sway is showing him how Night Elf versus Orc is meant to be played, and so far has very, very good performances here in the quarterfinal. Just one step away from the semis, where he was already at WGL Summer, where he basically shook the WarCraft world by his performance. But yeah, can he do it again? We're waiting for another breakout performance by 15 Sway, and today could be the day.
Yeah, absolutely. Game number 1, I think FoCuS made it a bit too easy for the young Night Elf player. Echo Isles was a pretty simple game for him, but 15 Sway on map number 2 with Fighting Spirit. He was in trouble, lots of Dryades were going down, the opponent had an expansion, and then FoCuS perhaps overstepping his limits a bit too much, fighting perhaps a bit too aggressively when he had the expansion on his side. FoCuS with some slight errors today, getting punished quickly by a 15 Sway, looking to be in great shape.
All right, then. We're loading in to map number 3. That is once again FoCuS's pick, and it's the new map. It's Shallow Grave. Anything that we learned already about Night Elf vs. Orc on this map?
We've basically only seen it once so far, right? It was Moon trying to play the Warden, which looked good for a while and then really fell flat on its face. Most of the time, this map will be getting vetoed, so we don't have much info about it yet. What we do know is Ancient of War creeping is pretty effective. Also, an expansion can be taken fairly reliably. And there's a Merc camp also available on this map. So still largely uncharted waters for the new map Shallow Grave.
Well, then let's explore it together. Match points for 15 Sway.
Speaking of Uncharted, Todd, how much would you say you have in common with Nathan Drake?
Wait, who's that?
I was kind of sure you wouldn't know who that is. It's a very popular game on the PlayStation, Uncharted, with like a treasure hunter,
Yeah, I know
Indiana
of it.
Jones
You
kind
saw
of
they
guy.
just dropped the trailer, right, for a movie?
Ah, yeah, they did with Tom Holland.
Yeah,
True.
and Mark Wahlberg.
Marky Mark. Is
Okay,
he
so
your
how-
favorite actor?
How would you describe what you want at the hairdresser? Would you say short on the side with a bowl cut, or would you just bring a photo of 15 Sway and then just say, I want that?
I think a picture would be easiest, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like until like up to about the ears, right? Is I think how he shaves it, or maybe even more.
Yeah.
And then above
It's
that.
very
bowl cut,
Spock-esque,
yeah.
isn't it?
I mean, kind of.
Yeah.
But he doesn't really have. Spock doesn't really have a bowl cut, does
Player's
he?
forces are under attack.
Kind of.
You know, that's actually Neo's area of expertise. He's like pretty knowledgeable about the old Star Trek stuff. I'm more of the new Star Trek kind of guys. You know, I didn't watch the old stuff. Wait a minute, did you watch Star Trek?
Spock is in the new as well.
Yeah, I know. But there he does. But there he definitely does not have a bowl cut.
Calm
He's got
down, Leo. Calm down.
a bit of a weird haircut, but it's not a bowl cut.
Yeah. I didn't watch the really old one, or at least not super closely. I watched some of the new stuff, yeah. I kind of like Star Trek, man.
Me too. We're all
Discovery.
Trekkies here.
Do you
Starting
like
off-
Discovery or the other ones more?
Ah, no, I didn't watch the shows. I just watched the movies.
Oh, you,
with Chris Pine.
you meant just the movies, okay.
Yeah. Anyways, Blade Master starting off with the gloves, close to level 2. Same for the Keeper. He got the ring. Gonna get level 2 now. Not the best start for 15 Sway, but he'll take it. As mentioned before, this is a map with a Merc camp. The first new map that was added in with a Merc camp in a while, right? Now that I think about it, of course, Autumn Leaves also has a Merc camp, but it's in the middle of the map. It's not easily accessible. Tide Hunters didn't have one. Concealed Hill didn't have one. And Northern Isles didn't have one either. 15 Sway looking to put on a bit of aggression now. Would love to snipe this grunt early, but that was not quite successful. Nighttime falls, Archers protected. We have Huntresses coming, of course. Ultra Vision. 15 Sway once again playing the Keeper Hunt standard. Oh, with an AP, actually.
Yeah, so he's gonna delay stack massively to sneak an AP on the other side of the map. And because of how aggressive he is, he might be able to kind of cover that for a little bit. even if FoCuS was to somehow find it, which I mean, it's really hard to scout for it, right? Because the keeper is supposed to be around. Can FoCuS sense that this is happening? Because right now, like that keeper could be anywhere on the map trying to secure level 3 through creeping some of the camps at the top, any of the green camps, maybe all of them. So he scouts with the illusion. He sees that the tech started, but does that tell him exactly when it started? I don't think so.
And this AP can cause quite a headache. Has good damage. 50 damage per shot when it's rooted. That plus Entangle can make life for the grunts very, very difficult. Where are the grunts? In the back of the base, very far back.
A player's
Yeah, like
forces
you and
are
me
under
after 15 straight wins the tournament. Trying to delay the inevitable.
Starting to go to work on the altar. Shadowhunter second is of course going to be coming out. When you're under pressure like this, oftentimes orcs will go for Hex first, double speed scroll, and just try to hero focus the keeper like crazy just to force him to TP out.
town is under siege.
So putting a bit of chip damage on the keeper here is actually pretty nice already.
I've also seen Serpent Wards here being like really helpful to try and take the fight immediately. I'm a bit of a Hex hater in this matchup. I always feel like it falls off really hard. Like yes, it's amazing as you get it. Then later on, you'd almost always want to have Heal Wave and Serpent Words. And I say that as someone that never ever plays Orc, by the way.
I do agree with that assessment though. Blade Master telestaffed across the map. He found the cancel on the Tree of Life. That was a big play, but he's taking quite some damage here in the main. A lot of peons going down. If he mass repairs, he can save it, but dude, it's so many peons dying.
Yeah.
Already, it's impossible for FoCuS to counter expand.
You might still lose it. Oh my god, I think 15 Sway should even entangle some of the peons. He might just barely come out, but the altar takes so much damage to this. Let's see. Being targeted again. Shadowhunter about to come out. It should be able to make it out. And Keeper can now come back in, stay close to the units. What does he go for? Serpent Words, Hex. Thinking about it. He's going for Hex. Oh yes,
yeah,
he's locked onto the Keeper.
Hell yeah. Gonna have to TP out here. The Huntresses are still active. Are they gonna try to further push with the AP? At the moment, not. AP still eating trees. Oh, if you can prevent the root, that would be huge. But there is the root. 15 Sway, though, is just gonna let it fall now, it seems, and gonna rely rather on the expansion. But also, his Tree of Life, his expansion here is very much delayed.
Yeah, he's getting Nature's Blessing, though.
Forces are under
That
attack.
looks really nice. Gonna make all of his buildings safer and also those treants even scarier than before. And FoCuS's base is honestly kind of wrecked. Like, he has a lot of low HP peons. He's gonna have to remake Altar, which he can't really afford right now. It's a very annoying spot for him to be in. And the Shadow just hasn't been leveling at all, right? He got a little bit of experience now from killing the AP, but he really needs to get to creeping as soon as possible now.
Yeah, already had to use some heal cells right there. We'll have to need to use more later.
Oh no, the Archer.
Wait a minute. He's still got a good peon lumber count. Did he remake some peons?
He must have, because he felt like he lost like 3 or 4.
At least, yeah, exactly. Interesting. Oh, detonate on the Blade Master. If he gets around here, could be a little bit sketchy. He's going to use the speed scroll just to be safe. Finally, the Tree of Life uproots. Going over to the expansion. We have a second Ancient of War in the main. 15 Sway getting ready for the late game with his 2 base economy. But the Blade Master could get a cancel on this AOW, actually.
Let's see, 15 Sway. Definitely should give that Ring of Protection to the Alchemist, I think, eventually. Blade Master in no position to really contest that camp. Instead, he's going to go for the Entangled Gold Mine and try to get a bunch of cancels on it. And I guess the expansion is up next for FoCuS, who's not remaking the altar, by the way.
Just gonna bank on the fact that he's not gonna be losing his heroes here. Could of course go for Tavern Res in case of one hero going down. Keeper now level 3, very strong with the Entangle, can chase away the Blade Master. And yeah, FoCuS still has the option to counter expand because he did remake those peons because his lumber economy was looking alright. And here we have them. Peons moving over to the natural. But that one would once again be pretty easy to attack for the Night Elf.
Since we found Hank at the lab for the alchemist, he's not gonna get level 3 here from the merchant. He can get healing scroll as well. And on the other side we got Ring of Regen, so that blades, if everything gets transferred over as it should be pretty safe in the fights. Or at least safer than usual at least. But not as safe as if you had mirror image. Know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying, bro. We still haven't seen a single mirror image so far today, which saddens me, I must say. Alchemist shall not be saddened with his item drop. The Sobi Mask, absolutely wonderful for him. He got to level 3, he can pick up some scrolls, and perhaps even look to go for a fight. But actually, it's FoCuS looking for a fight. With the Hex, he takes out one archer here easily. He's got Serpent Wards as well, so no heal wave. But right now, this is a strong timing for the Orc.
Yeah, because of how late Keeper level 3 came in, 15 Sway went for Trance level 2. Game is being targeted. Clarity already active on the Shadow Hunter here. He might try and force the Ankh here, or an Invuln if he keeps on going for the Alchemist.
Sway kind of caught in a bad position. He doesn't have the biggest army here yet. This is a good timing for FoCuS to look for this fight. Right now, not having heal wave doesn't punish him that much. And the Serpent Wards in the rest of the army.
He pushed the Huns to chase the army, but that means that the Trance were at the back doing a lot of damage to the Shamans, as they were not being purged away.
Seems like FoCuS is certainly stabilized. His expansion will be finishing. And 15 Sway lost a lot of units right here. Upgrades also not looking too good for the Night Elf yet. 1-0 only against 0-0 on the Grunts.
The winner of this match, by the way, will face Soin or Lin in the next round. And if 15 Sway can beat FoCuS, I would say he has a chance against either Soin or Lin here.
If we do get there. Right now, I think it's looking good for Mr. FoCuS, though. Wouldn't be too surprised here to see this map going to the Orc. Heal spray once again from the Alchemist. Hex against it. FoCuS getting a lot of mileage out of this Hex, I gotta say.
They master 147 crit. Now gonna have to pull back. Both players mostly out of mana. With Clarity's time. On both sides, but actually, wait, there is no shop. For 15 Sway, definitely forgot about that here. Mike, where's your shop?
That's a reference that I'm not familiar with, but I do regardless appreciate it. Sounds good.
So
15 Sway over at the other shop going for a heal scroll again and an invuln. Not banking in no upkeep. He is already at 52. Gonna get the next big item here. Lionhorn was really good. Great drop for 15 Sway, man.
A Shadow level 4 though, that's a big level there.
I think he has to retrain.
Yeah, actually, he definitely should. Because of the Hex, I told you, man.
I agree. It's gonna get worse and worse over time. Although, in the earlier and mid-game stages, it was very, very effective. Invis Archer seeing the approach of the Orc. 15 Sway gonna have to fall back. He still doesn't have that huge, scary army yet.
I mean, imagine if he found like a double Robo Magi and then Sobi Mask. And suddenly he's like, I'll keep that level 1 Hex and keep on cancelling your healing spray every time.
Oh, look at that steal. FoCuS gonna get the item here from the Warlord.
Yes, full inventory.
Oh, yeah, he can't pick it up. Has to use Invul Potion.
Oh my god, no.
Very annoying.
It's terrible. Wisps coming in.
Oh, that's 2
Blade
minutes
is
going
stuck.
down as well. Lots of mana drained as well. Good moves by 15 Sway, and suddenly he's looking scary again.
That's what happens when you give wisps to a human player. You just bring them to every fight and detonate all of them.
Too bad you can't equip them with some axes and call militia, give them 4 more armor.
It's like, yeah, that this spell actually works, unlike that of the priests. I always knew Death Note should just switch race.
A player's forces are under attack.
15 Sway now. He's got the big army that he's wanted for this whole time. He's got some scrolls as well. And this one watchtower is not going to stand for long if it's focused. Focus up on the high
Blade.
ground. Wants to get the big item. Heal wards. Oh my god, that's a sick drop.
Easily cancelable in the fight, but if you can place it really well and make it hard for the opponent to get that, can be really beneficial. Yeah, that's... Oh my god, that heal ward value.
Oh my god, look at that value.
Are under attack.
But he's gonna have to go over to the expansion to defend. There's not much time to waste. Supply-wise, we're almost even. Slight lead for the Night Elf, but that's not that much. Only about 5 supply lead. The heal ward again. Oh, goodness. It's Norik's dream. 2-1 upgrades on the hunts.
First on the
0-1
Wisp here.
only.
He's trying to get rid of this Wisp before the fight actually begins properly here. FoCuS really delayed that fight, but now he had to take it. He does have 0-1 upgrades
A player's
and never
forces
was able
are
to
under
start the
attack.
+2 armor, unfortunately for him. On the other side, yeah, being 2-1 is quite good for 15 sway, but yeah, FoCuS has to take the fight here. He's ahead in supply, stop hesitating.
I think Fusion Sway should go tier 3. He's got the resources right now. He's supply blocked anyways. We've seen a bit of hesitancy by him before, trying to go tier 3. Did he start it? Yes, he did. Alright. But of course, the tier 3 upgrade's still far away. Lightning Shield used against the peons here. That's kind of cool. And in we go. It's a huge battle. Lightning Shield absolutely everywhere. Wisp has to be used defensively to dispel against the Lightning Shield. Blade Master in the front, caught with an entangle. Can't get out of it. Uses the heal potion now. No mirror image still, as we know. But now he gets level 4. This might be the time finally for mirror image. Alchemist in trouble getting focused, but he has the Ankh. With that, he will return. But this fight is looking great so far for FoCuS, it seems.
Yeah, let's see if the Alchemist can do anything here about this. Might get targeted is somewhat at the front here because the army was being pushed back and he died very far forward. And Townfall will be transferred? I don't think so. Oh my god, the Keeper went there a little late. And now he might be forced to Townfall. Trying to move back all the hunts, everything's really low. 15 Sway needs to restart the Alchemist as soon as possible. He's gonna TP out with so many low HP units.
And he doesn't have the heal spray to heal them up right away. Invul Potion there, being carried on the Keeper. Probably not the right call. Should have been on the melee hero. Most likely. He is back from the tavern, though. Once again, we don't have a shop for 15 Sway. You mentioned it before. Seems like once he goes into upkeep, into this big army, he should really get that shop for clarities, for moonstones, and everything else. Staff also can be a big help.
Oh my god, the
But
healing
first-
spray value.
Oh,
Are you
yeah.
kidding me? That's ridiculous. He's got so many hit points back from this. He finally realized he needs a shop. And 2-2 upgrades now is already complete. On the other side, FoCuS has 0 lumber. He never really made much peons back to send back the lumber, so he's stuck on 0-1 upgrade against 2-2. That's kind of disastrous, especially as marksmanship will kick in.
He's only got 2 peons on lumber. You don't need many. You need like 5, maybe 6 peons on lumber, but he's not remaking them right now. I guess he can still spend his gold on heal scrolls and such. Shadowhunter just got level 5, which is a big deal. While we see 15 Sway going over to the red camp. This might be the expansion falling. There's no defense to protect this Tree of Life at all.
He should retrain, I think. I really like. You need heal wave level 2, I think, for the fight. I think it only level 1 is the big problem. FoCuS is not really the buy 2 get 1 free type for sure if he's not going for the retrain. It's only 200 gold, man. It used to be 300. Come on, take that discount.
Tier 3 just finished. We have marksmanship starting. Also, a Potom could be added. An Orb of Venom could be added. Lots of upgrades here available for 15 Sway, but right now he's under a lot of pressure and may not have the time to make use of all these Tier 3 benefits.
Yeah, the lightning shields have been pretty annoying, but 15 Sway managed that pretty well here. Splitting some of the archers. He has to save the tree. Remember, there's Nature's Blessing, so it's still pretty tanky. Serpent Wards being very annoying. The archers need to manually target them, and now they're doing it.
It's looking like a great fight for FoCuS, so I think he may have just had a little bit too much here. The tier 3 for 15 Sway, perhaps a bit too late. 700 gold for the Night Elf, going for the Blade Master. There's Mirror Image! The first time today, freeze him out of the entangle. And FoCuS just has too much right now. 15 Sway doesn't have big enough of an army to deal with all of this. And this must be FoCuS's game now.
Oh, the Invuln was still on the Keeper. Alchemist goes down. Shadow's almost level 6, and 15 Sway finally drops the map. FoCuS is back in it. Mirror image with our first win. Coincidence? I don't think so.
There is a certain pattern with the orcs and the mirror image, isn't there? FoCuS clawing his way back into the series so far. There was a long map and a big fight, but it felt like FoCuS was in control pretty much the entire time after he defended that AP push. Was quite surprised to see him so overwhelmed or so caught off guard, I want to say. With that AP, did a lot of damage, but apparently didn't really matter too much. And in the fights, man, he looked a lot better. It's kind of the same as we saw at WGL. 15 Sway not really wanting to go tier 3, rather ended on high supply tier 2, and that wasn't enough against this FoCuS here today.
Yeah, I think the huge play here that really gave FoCuS the great chance was, well, first, remaking peons was really important when he lost them, when the Ultra was getting attacked. And secondly, having the telestab with the Blade Master while the AP push was still happening, finding the Tree of Life across the map, getting the cancel, buying himself so much time. If he hadn't done that, 15 Sway would have probably overwhelmed him pretty quickly. And yeah, the tier 3 transition, I think this is where the top Night Elves really set themselves apart, knowing exactly when to force the issue with a big tier 2 army and when to go tier 3. Whereas for 15 Sway, it seemed to be pretty uninspired, I want to say. Well, you make an army, you get up to 70 supply, then you supply blocked, and I guess that's when you tech because you have resources left over. So, bit of improvement there, possible to be done by 15 Sway, but FoCuS definitely back in the saddle now.
Yeah, 15 Sway's style against Orc has always been that way, right? Very conservative, a very old school style of this matchup. Not too much innovation. I don't think he likes tier 2, tier 3 too much. If it was up to him, he could only decide things with hunts and archers only on tier 1. But hey, it isn't up to him. He has an opponent here, and FoCuS finally woke up, finally performs better. Not too many flaws in this game here, and he is a guy who can turn series around. We've seen this multiple times from him. I don't know why that is. I don't know why he has this mental fortitude, but man, it takes something to knock him out. Will it be the map Northern Isles that eliminates him from DreamHack Winter, or will we go full distance? Boys, have fun.
Northern Isles, in my opinion, also a map that's pretty good for the Orc. So much of this matchup comes down to the early game. You don't want to fall behind against the Keeper. If you do, things can spiral out of control very fast. So you want to scout for APs. You don't want to have that happen again, although he did recover from that. And you don't want to allow Keeper level 3 too easily. And especially on Northern Isles, it's extremely hard for the Night Elf to do. As also here, normally the Blade Master will be able to get the staff. And for that reason, Farseer should not really be a consideration here on this map, I wouldn't think.
It's nice to see FoCuS finally do a little better, but even last game was somewhat shaky, whereas like the two previous wins of 15 were very convincing. It looked like he was in control, always knew exactly what he had to do. I'm still a bit worried for FoCuS, but at least he just showed some good things. So hopefully he just keeps on picking up the pace and maybe give us a 5th map here, if he can do that.
FoCuS is sending out a peon scout. Wants to figure out what's going on. Maybe force that entangle on level 1 on the Keeper. Not going for a very fast job. Many Orcs will try to pick up items right away and then go for the consumables in the middle, but FoCuS wants to get some claws first, it seems.
Map 5 would be Conceal Hill, by the way, if it were to happen. FoCuS with a perfect scout here. It's gonna see what camp's being crept first, that it's Keeper, and confirm everything, and from there kind of decide. This scout is designed to make sure that there is no super greedy creep being done, which you can punish with a quick shot. Sometimes if you get it very early, but no, actually it wasn't early enough that he could have grabbed the speed scroll and headed across the map. Let's say, for example, 15 Sway was creeping his expansion first.
Blade Master had to use a lot of mana already at the beginning, trying to take out the Wisp. Didn't get the experience for that one. Interesting creep route. Just goes for the small item at the green and doesn't get heal salves on the blade. Windwalk now, trying to steal the last hit, but I think 15 Sway is gonna get it.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, that was a very fast pickup here. That guy's had some items stolen from him. I'll tell you that. Oh look, gonna be taken by the blades. Deny? But he didn't shoot his shot. Oh, the
when he
peon
got
died at the expo from the train.
Yeah.
That gives level 2 to the keeper. What?
That was a big deal. Having lost the last hit there on the Murloc, really annoying, preventing level 2, but they're getting that level 2 with the tree, and really important, and a bit of a mistake by FoCuS. Normally you're supposed to deny that peon quicker, especially if you're only getting chased by a treant.
There's still no tech from 15 Sway, so it doesn't seem like he's really ever doing one single build. Like we saw him
A player's
before
forces
tech
are
a little
under
bit faster
attack.
than this. We saw him in the previous game go for an Ancient Protector, then taking late, and this time he actually starts a tree close to the expansion. Maybe he just waits and sees how is the game going first. And now he saw that a bunch of windwalks were used. He knows that he's probably bought himself a bit of time. He saw that the blade had no healing as well, as you mentioned before. He's like, okay, I can probably get away with making the tree now. Like, your peon's already dead. I just killed that. So that's your scouts kind of taken away.
This could be a good window right here, though, for FoCuS. He's going to arrive perfectly in time for the creep jack over at the natural. A bit of luck on his side here to have this work out so perfectly for him. But yeah, this should be a level 2 stolen. Yes, nicely done. And 15 Sway. I don't think he has Sentinel yet, does he? No. Oh, it's Mirror Image! On level 2. Hallelujah. To get out the entangle.
Oh,
He doesn't have much mana left.
he got blocked by the pig. He finds the tree because he was chasing the altar. And that's next door. And 15 Sway right now, he's trying to secure the rest of the camp. Okay, he's going to move back. Mirror Image. Not quite back yet in terms of mana. It's 80, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's gonna get back for now. I guess he could windwalk away as well, but not gonna get a cancel on that tree here for now. Yeah.
There's no Nature's Blessing, of course, for 15 Sway, so it's going to take the tree a little bit to get over to the natural, but of course, it's not that far away in the first place. While we have the Shadow Hunter coming, Lodge, War Mill, Brute Strength, pretty standard. I would say this early game has looked very even. Not favoring either player here, I would say. Oh, the blade, if he gets the steal here, that would be sick. But no, there is one more entangle. 15 Sway gets the item. Ring +4. Not too bad for the Alchemist.
Is that the standard timing on the War Mill? Or aren't you supposed to delay that a little bit?
Yeah, true. Sometimes you go for it later. But especially this game, FoCuS was really light on the consumables. Remember, he didn't buy a single pair of heal salves. Or a speed scroll for that matter, right? So he actually saved a lot of gold. I like that early War Mill quite a bit. Can start to go into upgrades early if he wants. And 15 Sway is still not quite level 3, but might be getting it right now.
At this time, no Hex as opener, so there shall be no discussion of any retrain. It's just gonna be Serpent Word and Heal Wave. On the Shadow Hunter, it gets that better mana, which is amazing. And he already speed scrolled out of there. Maybe he saw the Keeper coming and he's worried about those fronts. First Shaman's about to be out. It's gonna have to be a quick purge.
Oh, he has to be hurry. And he gets it. But there's one more entangle, so that should certainly be one grunt going down, I believe. Blade Master across the map, buying a lot of time. This is a cool play, preventing the entangling of the gold mine. But yeah, will come at the price of one grunt right here. Using the heal wave, that was a bit of a waste. But alright.
Yeah, +1 almost on the way. Shadow can easily get the green at the top now. Get closer to 3 and then creep the expansion and start taking that himself. That Keeper's not done.
A player's
That's one more
forces are
entangle.
under attack.
Oh, when he cancels the healing, cancels the clarity. Very effective play by 15 Sway. Annoying for FoCuS to have to deal with this.
I guess the upside of going for upgrades this early here for FoCuS is that like your 50 supply is going to be insanely strong with 0 to upgrade.
Yeah, that's true. He would love to combine that with a level 3 Shadow Hunter as well, have those level 2 snakes. But he's missing a bit still for that. Blade Master once again.
A town is under
Over at
siege.
the expansion, he can't get the
player's
Entangled
forces
cancel anymore,
are
but he can
under
take out
attack.
another Wisp.
When
Very
you say
good
snakes, you mean
play.
SNEKS, right?
Snakes, that's right. That's the proper way. Oh, another ring. Second ring plus 4. This Alchemist is going to be damn tanky.
15 Sway sees that there is no blade here with his army because it's trying to get a cancel on his Entangled Gold Mine, and I think he would be happy to turn around and take the fight. Blade not having staff here. That actually makes it really scary for the rest of the army to get into a fight, because he wouldn't be there very soon to be able to help out.
A player's forces are under attack.
15 Sway is running FoCuS over right now. I can't believe he just went to his expo and like took that away from him.
And now for the Shadowhunter, it's pretty hard to creep. Where's he going to get that level 3? The Scorpion camp is not quite enough, and the middle camps are probably too dangerous to try to go for. While also, 15 Sway's upgrades are looking pretty good. 1-0 done already, 1-1 on the way, and 2-2 queued behind it. 2-1, that is.
Maybe the Blade can grab the healing scroll here.
A player's forces
That's
are under
that's a
attack.
tanky alchemist. Goodness. Plus 8 armor. If you don't, this is the kind of game where like if you don't check items and you target that guy, it's like deceivingly resistant to attack. Like just stays alive and you end up wasting so much damage that you're trying to apply to him. That camp will at least go for FoCuS. Finally some momentum. Gets flutes. Not exactly useful. Like the shamans, they're not exactly known for their damage.
Yeah, definitely one of the worst items. But at least 15 Sway isn't going to grab it, for whom it would have been sick. Just like these heal wards are. Also, always a great find. Alchemist now level 2.
Is under siege.
But yeah, especially level 3 here for 15 Sway's second hero Alchemist is going to be very, very late.
No shopping for 15 Sway. I guess he already broke upkeep, so might as well go for more units instead, since that was updated with 1-1 right now and the +2 attack on the way. And this time, the 60 supply timing is going to be so scary. Bestiary only recently started, so there's not going to be a Kodo to help out for FoCuS. The one thing that he has going for him is his great upgrade. Like last game, we saw him unable to start the +2 armor. Now he had that very early in this one.
FoCuS needs that level 3 shadow. The grunts are creeping at the green camp, but the Blade Master is also soaking up experience for this. Oh my god, he needs one more Treant to get that level 3.
FoCuS tried to build a snake barrage, man. And 15 Sway sees that Great Hole is like, that's an easy cancel into Town Portal. It's just gonna be happy to take it. 15 Sway. That might be the move that sends him to the round of 4 here.
A
Just
player's
one map
forces
away
are
from
under
victory.
attack.
Gets the expansion snipe. Now he's gonna have so much armor. He already has 62 and he's the one with an expansion.
Yeah, more upgrades, more units, and I think right now is the time where 15 Sway should go for a shop as well. Don't be too stingy for that staff once again, for those moonstones, clarities. Could all be a great help. But instead, he's going tier 3 this time. Alright. Tier 3, much earlier this time at around 60 supply. He knows there's a lot of time that he has right now before FoCuS has this big, scary 70 supply, fully upgraded tier 2 Orc army.
Yeah, 15 Sway doesn't seem to place too much stock into a shop. He seems to skip that for a long time, but now finally there it is, close to the expansion. We've been seeing a lot more different positioning. Blade Master here ends up stealing a crystal ball, and FoCuS was setting up for a creepjack, but I think he sees the size of this army and the fact that the camp is mostly gone. He's kind of reconsidering. He's hesitant right now. He's kind of looks like he's thinking about it. Yeah, I love the positioning of the shop nowadays. It's like you can tell players have really thought about where to exactly put it. Not on the expansion, not in the main, just in between. Can help both bases. Usually will be somewhat safe and less accessible for the opponent to snipe as well. And with the wisps being pulled here, it looks like 15 Sway might not even wait for marksmanship to be there. He might just go for a timing, knowing that the expansion could start mining very soon.
Yeah, if he gets another cancel on the expansion, that must be GG pretty much. So FoCuS now very careful, trying to protect his second base. He's at 60 supply already. And the grunts are still nicely upgraded. One attack upgrade perhaps would also make sense for the grunts. Big mana potion still available. Needs to put the ring on the blade, and then maybe FoCuS could take a fight.
I think, yeah, selling Flute would have been probably good. Especially when he was on 50 supply. If it would work on Serpent Wards, obviously you'd keep it. But the fact that it doesn't... He rose 4-3 against 3-3 yet again. And 15-3, okay, I thought he was going to attack before marksmanship kicks in, but instead he's going to wait for 80 supply with marksmanship, maybe even with an orb. He might just go back and pick that up because he's getting quite a bit of gold from that expansion right now.
He's going to be so strong. He could add a Potom right now, get an orb, maybe double shop for double orb. Marksmanship, 3rd attack upgrade. That's going to be pretty scary.
He has such a hard time getting one shop, Remo, and now you want him to get another one? Step by step.
Alright, I'll not demand too much of him. If he gets one orb already, I'm going to be happy to see that. I'm also happy to see Wellspring upgrade. One of the best upgrades in the game. Going to improve his Moon Juice resource so much. And this is the scary army.
Settled. You love juice.
I sure do.
But not as much as Krav in these juice boxes.
Orangina all the way, bro. 3rd attack upgrade. Potom about to come out. Oh my god, this is gonna be so much damage on these archers. And the fight starts already.
Yeah, marksmanship just finished. These archers hurt. Let me tell you, everything's gonna die, I feel like, in like 1 second. You will need Shadow 5 here. You even really have a chance. He has Healing Wave level 1 only, because he has Serpent Wards level 2. FoCuS, how is he supposed to survive? He does have a big army himself, actually 74 supply to 79. But his Night Elf army just has so much damage. Especially as the Priestess now gets there with the 2 shots.
Look at those volleys raining down, doing so much damage. Blade Master has to go into the invuln. Alchemist getting ensnared. But 10 armor! This guy's pretty damn tanky. Oh, the heal ward in the back, doing so much healing until it gets finally purged. A lot of lightning shield.
He's trying to make those archers just hurt one another. 15-3 doesn't really care much. Looks like one wisp value will be insane. He's about to get the detonates on all the lightning shield.
Ooh, that was a beauty. All the grunts died so quickly. Look at this front line. So many corpses laying there in the sand. Go tell the Spartan passerby that here by Spartan law we lie. This will be their final resting place.
Certainly dying in hell here.
And the Battle of Thermopylae clearly goes to 15 Sway. Can go for more scrolls now if he wants. There's 2 in the shop. He's still got a big army. Potom got a full level from this engagement. So many kills.
Can you imagine Xerxes with 15 Sway's cut?
Or 15 Sway with all those piercings. He's got his fingernails painted golden.
Players' forces are under attack.
FoCuS, it did save the expo, you know, cup half full here. It's still in it, 54 supply to 77. But it needs to find a way to win a fight here in a big way here. 3-2 upgrades, by the way, for 15 Sway. Goodness, this army is just pure damage with a decent amount of sustainability thanks to the Alchemist.
He doesn't even have that second orb of venom yet. That could be even more damage later. The Shadow Hunter is criminally underleveled. At this stage in the game, he doesn't just need to be level 4, he needs to be level 5. But FoCuS, I think he just wasn't able to find enough decent fights in the mid-game. With that expansion getting cancelled, and then 15 Sway just playing it slow. He played it smart. Relying on the super late game high Night Elf tech, against which the Orc heroes just need to be stronger.
FoCuS doing a good job not letting 15 Sway creep this camp. He probably, I don't think he should want to fight here unless 15 Sway moves into him with like, I guess, overly ambitious concave. But the Shadow is completely out of mana. I think, does he have to turn around and fight? No, maybe he can just fall back to the expo. Be closer to his shop. Because the shop is slightly right-hand side of where the expansion is.
A lot of the archers in the back are very hurt already. You would love to run back in there with the Blade Master, look for kills. But of course, he's going to also take some damage in the meantime. Here we have the lightning shields again. Some wisps are missing, but now they're being brought in by 15 Sway to have the dispel needed. Once again, the grunts and the raiders in the front line taking so much damage. He's doing a good job ensnaring the alchemist, minimizing the heal spray. But it seems like 15 Sway's army is just simply a bit too strong.
Shadow finally gets level 4, but by the time it finally arrives, he has no mana left for any more healing wave. He was getting another shop! You got one right here on the right-hand side. Yeah, that one's not happening either on the left-hand side. Clarity used immediately on the Shadow Hunter healing salves, but there's not much time for FoCuS, who's gonna have to re-engage in a second against a far superior army of 15 Sway.
Final 4 on the Blade Master. We're gonna have level 2 crit now, but his inventory isn't that impressive anyways. Seems to mostly come down to Lightning Shield, but these archers are surviving well enough. The Potom gets level 3. 28 minimum damage on these archer right clicks. That is terrifying. And too much for FoCuS to come back from. Blade Master about to drop as well. The arrows to the knee. The Blade Master falls, and so does FoCuS. GG. FoCuS is out of the top 4. 15